What's up? Are you having withdrawal symptoms or something?
I'm having withdrawal. We had such a good weekend running these cars. Do you know what? What?
We booked in for the revival.
Yeah, but that's such a long time away.
But the thing is, right? I've got a Cougar.
Yeah.
Which isn't the same as your Cougar. Mine's
They're
a
the
stock
same
Cougar.
cars. Stop banging on about that. You're going to upset people again about you saying you shouldn't pop up your cars. You're not allowed.
I'm not saying that.
We could do what we like.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that for us to have a level playing field race, it isn't level anymore. But that's.
Yes, it is.
I'm not going to argue
wheels,
with
4 tyres, same chassis. What's the problem?
So hello, welcome to Popalong RC, the RC car channel dedicated to RC car racing, and this video is all about the vintage. We had to stop there because it was starting to get a little bit heated, but we're not going to talk about the Cougars anymore, boss.
Can I just say something?
Go on then.
This vintage racing thing we've been doing,
Yeah.
right? I really like it.
I like it a lot.
Do you know why I like it?
Why do you like it?
Because I reckon we got half a chance of doing all right. Because that modern stuff's for the kids, ain't it?
It's too fast for my brain.
Kids,
too fast for my brain. But this is the thing. This is the thing.
Go on.
We booked into the revival.
Yeah.
And we got 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, we're going to do a weekend of it.
We are. Now, 2-wheel drive is the Cougar. Easy peasy.
Mm-hmm.
4-wheel drive. I have a slight issue.
What's your issue?
Well, you've taken a YZ10, which is what I run last time at the Chippenham event, which means I've then only got the Tamiya Hotshot or the Tamiya Super Hotshot.
You can't.
I've actually got a Cat 2000 EC, but that's in pieces. That needs some work. However, I got a spot in the revival this year. And I was chatting to someone at the club the other day, and I was saying, yeah, I'm going to run either a Top Force Evo or an Egress or something like that.
Well, Tamiya?
Yep. I'm going to do it. Anyway, so I was chatting to Jim, and Jim says to me, he goes...
Oh, hang on, Jim.
You know Jim.
Jim A.
Not Jim A.
Jim C.
It's not Jim C.
Is it Jim E?
That's the one, yeah, Jimmy. So I was chatting to Jimmy the other day, right?
What did he say?
He said, I got a car you can borrow.
I've got a car you can borrow. Is that what he said?
He said.
Yeah.
And I went, Jimmy.
It's not Tamiya, is it?
I said, Jimmy, show me this car. And he gave it to me. Here it is, look at this. Oh, look at that. Now that is what I call a car. And guess what? It's got a sticker on it here. It says Iconic RC Vintage Racing. It's almost made for the revival. And in fact, it's got a sticker on it here that says Revival 2019.
All right.
There you go. Tamiya Top Force. But have a look at this, boss, because
take the top off her.
You don't like a plastic Tamiya, do you? But if I take this off, have a little butcher's like this. Now that does not look...
Hang on a minute. That's not a Tamiya, is it?
This is a Tamiya.
How is that a Tamiya?
It's carbon fibre throughout. This.
Has that got the old... We're
not allowed to talk about those. It does look like it has, actually.
Them shocks on
They've
it.
got modern ones because they've got the little bleed valve on them and
little
stuff
bleed
like that.
valve on there.
Are they
what? The old big,
the old big pigs?
Whoa. Don't say it.
But there you go. Look at that.
So you're going to run that, are you?
No.
You're not going to run that?
No.
Okay.
But thank you very much, Jimmy. But I don't think I am going to run that. Because he had another car. He gave me this one as well.
Not another Tamiya, is it?
Here's another Tamiya. Look at that.
Blimey. What's that one?
This is the Egress.
Okay.
So.
Hey, I always wanted an Egress when I was a kid.
Did you? This is it.
When I liked Tamiya back then, see?
So this is the Tamiya Egress. And guess what?
What?
It's got a Revival sticker on it. On this side it says Revival 2022. Yeah. And actually on this side it's got another sticker. It says Revival 2023. This car has done more revivals than you.
It has, yeah. Take the lid off her then. Take her top off.
Take her top off.
Get her good bits out. Let's have a look at her good bits.
Oh, it's got a bit of Velcro there. Now look at that. Now this is the car that I think I am going to be running at the Revival.
That's special, mate.
That is special. It's already got the Savox SC 1258 TG servo in
I know
there.
it well, mate.
We like a bit of Savox, didn't we?
We do like a bit of Savox, yeah.
It's got a couple of other little hop-ups on it. These alley parts at the front here are not stock. But
lots of nice carbon fibre on
this is the car that I need to run.
You know, it had a very iconic wing, that car, didn't it, back in the day?
I think the wing's in here.
All right. Well, it probably didn't fit in the...
It's got a few little
stairs.
That's it. Is that the wing?
That's the wing.
What way round does it go?
Yeah, like that.
Like that. So I need to stick that on there, like that.
Yeah,
Is that the one?
I don't know. Is that the one that says being nuts is neat or something like that? Is that one? Or is that the Avanti? Is that an Egress?
This is an Egress.
I don't know what's going on.
But
what was that one again?
That one's Top Force.
I don't know what they are.
So these are some nice Tamiya buggies. I'm looking forward to it. It is definitely a step up from the Hot Shot and the Hot Shot 2 and the Super Hot Shot and all that sort of, and the Big Wig. We've definitely moved on.
We definitely moved on. You know, the good thing about doing a channel is that people do tend to trust us with their cars, don't they?
Yeah.
That's a nice thing, you know.
Yeah, Jimmy, thanking you.
Jimmy is a legend. So he
know
needs his back in one piece, so don't break it.
I might buy...
What are you going to buy?
A shell.
What's wrong with that one?
There's nothing wrong with that one, but I tend to struggle with my eyesight at dark colours on the track.
I hear you.
And they're quite big tracks, and I think I might have to go with a Popalong livery.
The under tray. Well, actually,
no, the under tray. That's never gonna. I'm not gonna flip it over. You're never gonna see that. But it's also quite bright. I ain't gonna be crashing. But what I'm thinking is, if I get a Popalong shell, perhaps we can sign it and give it back to him afterwards as a little thank you for letting us run the car.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm thinking.
Do you know what? There was some nice talking about the vintage cars and that. Some nice vintage cars coming out of late, isn't there? These new breed of vintage cars. There's another one, the Rubik's, is it? Rubik's car?
I've seen pictures.
You got that?
Not seen it in person yet. And then...
You see... Yeah, I like them.
They're nice.
Yeah.
But...
What?
I'd rather take a Tamiya.
Well, you could jolly well take a Tamiya then.
I will take a Tamiya.
You won't see me with one of them.
Because this... Love it. Actually, I can't wait.
I do. I'm on the fence, man, because that don't look like no Tamiya I've ever seen.
It looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It does look good. So
no, I think we've got to go. Oh, and we have entered into the Phil Booth GP.
Have we?
We have. I entered us both in today.
What am I running?
The Cougar.
The Cougar.
Our two Cougars are the same, you see. So
I've got a little thing I need to talk to you about my Cougar.
What now?
It broke.
How'd you break that?
I drove it.
You stupid boy. What are you driving it for?
Well, I was racing, weren't I?
What are you racing for, you stupid boy?
And I was driving around the track.
What was you doing that for?
And it just stopped.
Why did it do that?
I think I need to do the same upgrades that you've done, boss.
Put the old slipper in, mate. You need the pro trans. We're pros now. We need the pro transmission.
So I wanted to keep it stock.
Yeah, I know.
But I can't even do that anymore.
Can I listen? We did a video a little while ago. Right, we tend to refer to it as the video.
Yeah.
Where we spoke about vintage racing and where to draw the line at hop-ups and this, that and the other, yeah. And it was very controversial. Now, we don't mean to upset anybody.
Do you know what I like about that video?
What?
I like that video exposed best part of 20,000 people to our hobby.
It did, yeah.
And we don't care what people do. We tried to make this channel a little bit entertaining, and sometimes we might step close to the line, but it encourages debates. That's what it is, not arguments, debates.
Yeah,
it's very important.
But you know, there's a couple of things I want to say, and I need you to listen up to this.
Go on then.
In all seriousness, yeah. Off the back of that video, it was very clear that there are two camps, if you like.
Do you know what? Off camera, speaking to Craig Drescher, I had a lovely chat with him at the thingy. I think we established there's 3 camps.
Right. Okay. There's 3 camps. There's 3. Right. Camp number 1 are the purists, the people that want to, like you,
running it,
who want to race. A stock car, get it as close to how it was as it come out of the box.
Straight out of the box, just a bit of fun. Just winning's not necessarily a priority. It's just driving the cars that I had as a child and enjoying that experience.
So there is that camp. The next camp is probably where I'm actually beginning to fit into now, where I am. Me as a kid, right? I never had the money to hop up any of my cars. It was pretty much the way you said it there. But I have got it now. No, I'm not rich. I've got a little bit of income, a little bit of disposable income. And I am really enjoying hopping up cars. And you know what? I actually do want to do all right. So I absolutely wholeheartedly get the fact that people want to hop their cars up and do things like that. Because, I am kind of beginning to be one of those people now. I totally get it. What was the other camp then?
The other camp is that new breed of vintage car.
Yeah, but you know what? Here's the thing, right? You've got to remember that the old cars are getting old, and people are racing them, and they're racing them to quite a good level where they're going fast, and they're gonna wear out. So we kind of do need. We kind of do need some new old cars to come in, and that's happening. And actually, I fully support it. I think it's really good. I think there's a lot of small companies that are making a good living out of this type of stuff.
I think cars that we've featured before on the channel. So you've obviously got the Trick Bits car.
Yeah.
You've got the was it the JC10? Mm-hmm. Is that the right one?
JC Racing products of I don't know much about it, so I can't comment too much about it. But it looks.
And then
nice,
there's the new one that I've noticed. Our pal, Mr. Rouse, is talking about.
Is it Rubik's? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. I haven't really done my research on it, but they all look like absolutely beautiful cars. And you know what? I think vintage racing is that there's something about it. When we've done vintage stuff before, on track you want to do well, yeah. So you want it to be competitive, but also in the pits it's a laugh. There's less stress, and actually people were mentioning as well, which we should mention, is that in most cases these big events are charity events, and it creates a big income for. Well, in the case of the iconic events, Parkinson's UK, which is fantastic, isn't it? Yeah, so it's brilliant, and it's slightly slower. And for the we ain't going to get much better than we are.
No, probably I think we've reached our peak, and we're on that slippery slope back to
And watching those youngsters right at the MKGP I found it fascinating the way they can hit those lines, and their cars are just super fast.
Insane. Especially unbelievable. I know I've banged on about the old stadium trucks for a while. Speaking of which, I know exactly what I'm doing with my Cougar next year.
What are you doing?
I am. I've got some links.
Yeah.
A pal from the pits gave me. I'm going to convert my Cougar next year into a vintage stadium truck.
Oh. Well, why not? Maybe.
And then I'm going to do stadium trucks at next year's revival. How are we planning for 2026, boss?
I don't know.
It's insane.
But look, so
we've got plans. We've got plans.
We've got the Phil Booth GP coming up.
Yeah.
Which I'm looking forward to. We're only going to do 2-wheel drive because I can't do 2 days on I'm not allowed. My wife put her foot down and she says, no, you've got to go shopping with me on the Sundays.
For Easter eggs. It's around Easter holidays, that one, isn't it? Anyway, we're waffling now, boss.
I was going to actually say something else.
Go on then.